advise which question I should discuss first. I think I should discuss the question first where you got the zeros. Pardon? 4A I will be coming because you got a zero. Not only you, there are many brothers of yours and sisters who got zero in that question. There was one question, rural-urban continuum. I am just coming. A short note of 10 marks. अब स्टार्ट कर दीजिए. अच्छा. There are two topics in your course. I think in the course there is only one given, rural-urban fringe. Most of you have written rural-urban fringe in place of rural-urban continuum. The question was short note on is equal to 10 marks. Some of you got 5.5. I think one boy got 6 marks also. And many of you got either 1 or 2 or 2.5 or 0. So why you are writing a question about which you are not very sure? This concept was given by Pfahl in 1968. And this concept was given by Wirth in 1938. These are two different questions. The first, it deals, listen me, I will dictate you the note on this because I feel it is important. You must know the difference between rural-urban fringe and the rural-urban continuum. Zero लाने से कुछ फायदा नहीं है और दिल को तसल्ली देना कि लिख के आया हूँ उससे काम नहीं चलता है, कंपटीशन है. आपका राइवल्स यही करता है, वो आपको बीट कर देगा. Now, rural-urban fringe actually this concept was given by Pfahl in 1968. He said as you go from the CBD outward or from the heart of a city outward, there is a change in the land use. The land use change is going outward. And change in land use also affect the occupations of the people. The occupations also change and that change brings some change in the lifestyle. This is rural-urban fringe. I think this was asked in the previous test. And if not asked, it may be asked in the final test. That is important. But this topic, rural-urban continuation, was given by Wirth even before this. And he said, there is a gradation. I will dictate you the note. Listen me. There is a gradation in etiquettes, manners and lifestyle of the people as you move from a small village to bigger village, to towns, cities, million cities and mega cities. That is a change in the etiquettes, manners and lifestyle. Here the emphasis was on etiquettes and manners. How the lifestyle changes of the people. And for that I prepared a short note. Please note down the points to be written in the examination. This is question number 5. 5 short note, है ना? The concept of rural-urban continuum, note down the points please. The concept of rural-urban fringe was developed by Wirth, WIRTH, in 1938. and was continue and was modified by Redfield in 1941. This is the opening sentence. Stop. This concept suggests that there is a continuous gradation in the manners, etiquettes, and lifestyle of the people, is starting from a small village. In English they use the word hamlet. In bracket you can give in the Indian context Purva, a small village. May I know Sharma sentence ahead? Sorry. A small village hamlet, 2 towns, million cities, and mega cities. Stop. Next line. The salient features, you may come here. The salient features of the people in small villages are: number 1, the community is built around kinship. The community is built around kinship, comma, blood relation, comma, emotional attachment with place of birth. Emotional attachment with place of birth, comma, the family institution is strong, comma, workforce is dependent on primary activities. Workforce is dependent on primary activities. And there is mutual cooperation among the people. It means rural communities are rich. It means rural communities are rich in social capital. Next para. In opposition to this, the community of the million cities, the communities of the million cities and mega cities are built around impersonal relationship, comma, formal contacts, comma, indifferent attitude, indifferent attitudes towards the problems of others, comma, no attachment to the place of stay. And most of the people, most of the workforce is engaged in secondary and tertiary sector. After writing this much, give a diagram. You can reduce, I don't think if you can reduce much out of this short note. These are already 150 words. I often advise to my students, those who are offline regular students, please write about 120 words. Give one diagram. Because time, we cannot give more than 7 minutes to a short note. There are 5 short notes in this. So 35 minutes, maybe at the most 37, 38 minutes is the time allocation for this question. But give one diagram. And in many cases, you have to create your own diagram. The diagrams may not be available in the book you are consulting. They may not be available in all these bulky notes available in front of all the booksellers. But I prepared one diagram for you. I did one diagram for my regular class. The diagram is taken by some gentle student and did not return. Last night again I did one diagram for you. Look at this diagram. Rural-urban continuum. This is a hamlet, a very small tiny village. In our context, you can say Dhani in Rajasthan, a Mazra in UP, or a Purva in some parts of Uttar Pradesh or Bihar. This is a small city. As the population grows, it becomes a village. Village over the period of time becomes a small town. The town takes the shape of a city. The city becomes a million city. And million city may become a mega city where the population is very big like Delhi, Bombay or Kolkata, etc. So there is a gradation in the size of population. But there is a change in the etiquettes and manners and lifestyle of the people. You see, I have given all these points. They have the blood relation. Purkhas, they know their purkhas. They know 5-6 generations. मेरे बाप का बाप कौन था, उसका बाप कौन था, they know enough. It was a family tree. In urban areas, mega cities, here people may not be knowing who was the grandfather. And in our country, at least, we are maintaining some record of the grandfather and grand to grandfather also. But in a country like America, they say we don't know who was the grandfather. Because the mother married several times. The father also married several times. That is a totally different atmosphere. So the point is, in the village there is a kinship blood relationship. This emotional relationship, people care for each other. And they have emotional attachment with the village or birthplace, known as topophilia or GOPT, which I covered in humanism. They are attached to, they don't want to leave the place unless there is some compulsion. They love their birthplace so much. And there is a strong family institution, Parivar Sanstha badi mazboot hai. They are well knit and mutual cooperation. At the time of crisis, they help each other. If there is some sad, bad thing in the family or sad, some death occurs, the people go there, meet them, fursa dete, and rich in social capital. These people are rich. Their per capita income may be low, but they help each other. They interact with each other. They have meeting or sharing the problems each other. These are the actually one end of this continuum, a small village. This is the lifestyle of the people living in small village. Opposite is the case here, impersonal relationship. In urban areas, in big city, people are not having any direct close or sincere relationship. They have formal relationship. Hello, hi, 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 hi. पहले hello कहते थे, hi, hi करते. They are running because they are in shortage of it. ट्रेन पकड़ रही है, मेट्रो छूट जाएगा. All the time, they are running. So this is informal. पूछेंगे how do you do? बहुत जल्दी से कह के निकल जाएंगे. दिल से कभी नहीं पूछेंगे क्या बीत रही है तुम पर. This is the position. Impersonal relationship, and the relationship is always selfish. Nobody wants to spare time for any other person unless they earn some grind. They have some motive to meet you, to kill your time, and they may be having some interest in getting. No emotional attachment with the place. You are here, but you always think about your hometown, about your village. You are more attached to that place. Then impersonal, the covered, weak family institution. The family institution generally in the urban areas is weak. You can say still in India the family institution is intact. But there is an emerging trend towards the nuclear family. Only husband, wife. No Sanyukt Parivar. They don't want to stay together. This is a weakness of this system. And this system is very weak in the developed countries. There are people who stay together without marriage, having children without marriage. This is the level. And if they stay together for 3 years, people start asking question, why is there something wrong? You are staying together for the last 3 years. This is actually the urban, highly urbanized life. The people are weak in family, and I missed the point, they are busy in the secondary and tertiary activities. And lastly, they are poor in social capital. This is the weakness. The people may be highly educated, earning a lot of money, per capita income is high, they do yoga, the health is also okay, but they don't talk with each other. So they are poor in social capital. If you are in shortage of time, this is the second technique to complete this question without writing much. I am sure minimum 5 marks you will be getting. You have shown both the extremes, the small village people's lifestyle and the big cities people's lifestyle in one page. This can be done in 5 minutes. It can be done in 4 minutes also, provided you carry the stencil. Because you have to draw these circles. My drawing is not good because when I found that my transparency is missing, before coming this morning, I prepared this transparency for you. Uttam Sharma can bear me out. The transparency you people got is not the same one. So only this morning I prepared this transparency for you. This is the answer. It has nothing to do with the land use. It is about the lifestyle, the manners, the etiquettes, and the attachment to the land, attachment to the family, and interaction with the family. This is the answer. If you write it with some text, you will get 6.5. If you are not having the time, give this diagram, comment on this diagram, you will get 5 marks. अब आप बताइए कि आपको अगर कम नंबर मिले हैं तो क्यों मिले हैं? Because I know most of you have written the rural urban fringe of fall. कि ये लैंड यूज चेंज होता है, ये होता है, वो तो कुछ नहीं होता है. उसमें डेयरी फार्मिंग है, फ्लावर कल्टीवेशन है, उसमें वेजिटेबल कल्टीवेशन है, शमशान घाट है, ये सब लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. आंसर आपका ये है. तो मैं ये कहता हूं कि जब तक आपको श्योर ना हो कि क्या लिखना है, उस क्वेश्चन से बचिए. बिकॉज योर एग्जामिनर्स नो द आंसर एंड दे आर नॉट लिबरल. वो हमारे फादर इन लॉ थोड़ा ही हैं. उनको तो पता भी नहीं किसकी कॉपी वो चेक कर रहे हैं, किसका स्लाटर कर रहे हैं, किसको बुचरी हो रही है, किसको मार रहा है. वो एग्जामिनर को कुछ पता नहीं, बट दे नो द मॉडल आंसर. दे आर प्रोवाइडेड द मॉडल आंसर आल्सो. इसलिए ये सवाल तो मैं सोचा कि इट इज अ शॉर्ट नोट, बट देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज एंड रूरल अर्बन कंटिन्यूम. इसमें जिसने अच्छा किया उसको नंबर अच्छे मिले. एक बात. सेकंड क्वेश्चन केम फ्रॉम दिस साइड, पॉपुलेशन एज ए सोशल कैपिटल. उसमें काफी को 0 मिला है और काफी आप खुश निकले हैं कि ये तो कर दिया, मार दिया 20 नंबर का सवाल, कर दिया, मार दिया 20 नंबर का सवाल. 15 का है, 20 नंबर का है. इन योर कोर्स देयर आर 2 टॉपिक्स. One is Human Development Index That is, I think, in the 6th unit. Another, in population unit, you are having a topic, population is a social capital. अगर दोनों का आंसर एक ही है तो फिर ये 2 दफा क्यों दिया गया है, ये आपको सोचना चाहिए. There is a lot of difference between human development index and population is a social capital. I will dictate you a note on this also. चूंकि कई साल से ये टॉपिक है और आया नहीं, हो सकता है इस साल आ जाए. तो इस साल अगर आएगा तो आप वो लिखिए जो मैं आपको डिक्टेट कराऊं, और मैं गलत डिक्टेट नहीं कराऊंगा. ये जेंटलमैन एग्रीमेंट है, बिकॉज बेसिकली आई एम ए टीचर, आई नो आई शुड नॉट बिफूल द स्टूडेंट्स. यहाँ बिफूल करने का कोई हमारे यहाँ ट्रेडिशन नहीं है. जो सही आंसर है वो आपको दिया जाएगा. बट लिसन मी, दिस कंसेप्ट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन एज ए सोशल कैपिटल, आई विल डिक्टेट यू द नोट, बट फर्स्ट लिसन मी. Came in literature in 1990. This is question number 4A और B. 4A means 20 marks. तो बहुत बड़ा फर्क पड़ेगा, इसलिए इसका जरा सुन लीजिए. In 1990 or in the 80s, late 80s, there was a political thinker. His name was Professor Hennepin. From USA, America. And he was a thinker of political science. And you know, the Western world is very much fond of democracy. This fellow was upset that if we want to maintain democracy, we have to develop social interaction. That is the foundation of democracy. What he observed in his society, in his country, and the countries of Northwest Europe, that people are well off, maintaining a good standard of living, highly educated, keeping good health, all the indicators of human development, but they never meet each other. They are all the time silent. If they are traveling in a bus, they are reading their book, never gossip. If they are in metro, again, either newspaper or their book, they don't have the tradition of borrowing the newspaper. हमारे यहाँ borrow कर लेते हैं, पहले मैं पढ़ूंगा, आपने खरीदा पढ़ेगा कोई और. This is actually. So they are silent. And there is pin drop silence even at the platform, at the public place, even on the roads and crowded places. जूतों की आवाज आती है, ये बंद है, बोलती बंद है. So this fellow said, if we are developing economically and don't interact, then democracy cannot survive. For the sustenance of democracy, mutual interaction is a must. And through this mutual interaction, there should be a strong habit of social tolerance. Democracy can survive only if there is tolerance. If there is no tolerance, मैंने कुछ कहा, आपने छुरा मार दिया, खत्म हो गया. You must know, you must develop the habit of tolerance. You should be ready to listen to criticism. Only then democracy survive. This is the background. And he said that democracy can survive if people meet with the neighbors. If people meet with the community of the locality where he is living, if people interact with the people of different religion, different caste and creed, and maybe atheist, they should actually exchange the views. Only then the society can survive and democracy can be sustainable. Otherwise, this economic development is leading to the people very lonely. They are rich, but they are lonely all the time because they are not interacting. And why they are not interacting? Sometime I told to my student, suppose my father expires and I am living in a multi-storied block in London or New York, and I knock at the door of my friend. He will come out, what's the matter, without appointment? He will say, my father expired. So he will shut the door. Your father expired, how it matters to me? I was getting ready to go to the office, you disturb me. Mood kharab kar diya. He will shut the door. So he is highly educated, well off, but he is very poor in social capital. A social capital is a person who visits the family who are suffering. If there is a death in a family, he is going there first to arrange something for the family, tea, or to console them. Don't worry, everything will be all right. He is a social capital. A person may be poor, may be uneducated, may be shabbily dressed, but if he is sharing the problems of others, neighbors, and distant people, that is a social capital. Now see the difference in your answer and the answer I am talking about. And he said this is a must in the developed countries for the survival of democracy. Survival of democracy is possible if people meet with each other and tolerate each other. Otherwise there will be a catastrophe. ये इसकी background है. But actually how to write the answer, note down the points. This is question number 4. Let me find it. Yes, please note down. Population is a social capital. Fourth, the concept of population as a social capital was given by a political thinker, Professor Hennepin, in 1990. Stop. Continue. He was a strong supporter. He was a strong supporter of the democratic form of government. Stop. Continue. He visualized that as we are becoming economically strong, we are not interacting with the neighbors and the people of the communities. Stop. Economic development, in other words, is reducing social interaction. Next line. He described population is a capital, is a solution of all the problems of the society in a democratic country. Continue. Stop. Population capital, in his opinion, population as a social capital, in his opinion, are the tangible substances and qualities that counts most in daily life of the people. Stop. For example, sympathy with others, sympathy with others, comma, concern with the problems of neighbors, comma, fellowship and social interaction with the people of the community belonging to different castes, color, caste, color, creed and religion. Now, in brief, he said this is social capital. A person who is worried not only for himself, or others, he is a social capital. He may be rich, he may be poor, it hardly matters. And what the people say about the person in his absence, that is goodwill. कुछ लोगों के बारे में बाद में बात करते हैं, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि तुम्हारे बारे में लोग चर्चा क्या करते हैं, तुमको अच्छा कहते हैं या तुमसे डरते हैं, तुमको अच्छा नहीं कहते हैं, मुंह पे नहीं कहते हैं, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। कहता है तुझको खल्के खुदा गायबाना क्या, तुम्हारी एब्सेंस में तुम्हारे क्या चर्चे होते हैं, वो आपको जेंटलमैन समझते हैं या खराब आदमी समझते हैं, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So after explaining, he said the solution of all the problems of the society lie in the social interaction. And social interaction between the people of the neighbor, next door neighbor, of the mahalla or locality, and people of different caste, creed, color and religion. Because in Western society, USA, they have ghettos, they have Negroes, they have Indians, they have Chinese. Interaction with all these people is a must for the survival of democracy. ये idea है. Give the heading, spatial distribution of social capital. In geography, we talk about spatial distribution. Spatial distribution of social capital. According to Hennepin, the more developed countries maintaining high standard of living, good health and high education are poor in social capital. Stop. In comparison to the developed countries, the developing countries and less developed countries are relatively rich in social capital. Next sentence, continue. Within the developing countries, the people of villages are more rich in social capital as compared to the people of million cities and mega cities. Actually, here again comes the same point. People of the big cities, they are indifferent. They never want to help each other. मैं एक दिन कह रहा था कि अगर आपके पास 500 का नोट है और ऑटो वाले को पेमेंट करना है, अग्रवाल स्वीट्स खुले हुए है, उसको कहिए चेंज दे दीजिए, नहीं देगा. आ जाते हैं सुबह सुबह, चेंज लेने आ जाते हैं. ये एटीट्यूड है, बिकॉज देयर इज नो किनशिप, नो रिलेशनशिप, इनडिफरेंट. कहता है कि सुबह को अगर चिल्लर दूंगा तो मेरे बिजनेस ठप हो जाएगा. उसने ये एक बना लिया है इज नॉट हेल्पिंग, उसके पास बहुत पैसे हैं। आप कभी आजमा के दे लीजिएगा, फोरनून से पहले आगे आप 500 का नोट देंगे, आपको 4-5 नोट नहीं देगा वो। गांव में जाइए, सर्दी का मौसम है, कोल्हू चल रहे हैं, गुड़ बन रहा है, गन्ने का रस बनाया जा रहा है, आपका स्कूटर खराब हो जाता है बाई चांस वहां, तो वो कोई ना कोई बूढ़ा आपको बुला ले, बेटे इधर आओ, किसके हो, किसके यहाँ जा रहे हो? कि साहब जा तो रहा था फला के यहाँ, ये स्कूटर खराब हो गया, गाड़ी खराब हो गई। कह ले तुम आओ जरा थोड़ा सा गरम गरम गुड़ खा लो। गुड़ खाते जाओ, तुमने शहर में नहीं खाया होगा। या गन्ने का रस पियो, हमारे गन्ने खेत का बहुत बढ़िया रस है। कोई ताल्लुक नहीं, कोई जान पहचान नहीं, लेकिन सोशल कैपिटल में रिच है। एटिकेट्स की बात है कि इसको रिलीव करें, इसकी टेंशन दूर हो, उसकी हेल्प करने की नेचुरल टेंडेंसी है गांव के लोगों की। ये है सोशल कैपिटल। अब आप बताइए, अगर आपको 0 मिला है, कुछ आपके साथ अन्याय तो नहीं हुआ? सो इट इज मोर इन स्मॉलर विलेजेस and less in bigger places, urban centers, million cities and mega cities, and so far as the developed countries are concerned, it is missing completely. यहाँ भी देखिए, किसी का मर्डर अभी हो जाए, आप निकलते चले जाएंगे। गांव में किसी की छोटी सी चोट लग जाए, उसके फौरन चारों तरफ जमा हो जाएंगे। उसके चोट लगी है, उसको साय में डालेंगे, फिर जो कुछ करेंगे करेंगे उसका, बट दे इमीडिएटली प्रोवाइड सम रिलीफ। यहाँ ऐसा नहीं होगा। यहाँ डेड बॉडी पड़ी रहती है, लोग जाते हैं, भीड़ चलती रहती है, पुलिस घंटे 2 घंटे के बाद आती है, तब तक वो मर चुका होता है। दिस इज पुअर इन सोशल कैपिटल। तो ये आंसर आपको लिखना है। देन थर्ड हेडिंग, हाउ टू प्रोमोट सोशल इंटरेक्शन। That is the third aspect. Number 1, provide some space in each locality for social interaction, where people can sit and gossip. When they have leisure time, they will be sitting, they will be exchanging ideas. This is the minimum start with. And in our country, I know where northern India, the plains of our country, there was one institution known as Chaupal. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the word Chaupal. Chaupal was a very important place of social interaction. In the evening time, especially after finishing their job, people used to sit there, gossip, relaxing themselves, giving free advice without any charge. यहाँ तो एक बात का भी पैसा चार्ज करते हैं अर्बन लोग, बात नहीं करते वहाँ। on the basis of their experience they give actually free guidance to each other, and they cut some jokes also, they relieve the tension. The Chaupal is a very good institution for social interaction, but unfortunately इसको लिखिए नहीं, this institution is disappearing. Chaupals are disappearing from the villages also. Why? Because we copy the Western style of life. Western style of life means when the people feel that actually this is my time, it is my private time, and private time I should pass with my family members. Why should I sit with these people? In the house he has the facilities of television. He feels I should enjoy the news, what is happening in the country. I should go for the cricket match. मैं अपने गांव में था, फ्रॉम ए विलेज, तो उसने जोर से कहा कि वो सिली पॉइंट पे कैच हो गए। सिली पॉइंट, मैंने कहा व्हाट इज दिस सिली पॉइंट? ये तो मुझे पता नहीं, लेकिन सिली पॉइंट पे कैच हुआ। अंग्रेजी आते नहीं, सिली पॉइंट कमेंट्री सुन रहा है, अनपढ़ किसान कि वो तेंदुलकर सिली पॉइंट पे कैच हो गए। भाई, so they have their sources of recreation sitting in their houses, and moreover sitting with the family on a sofa set with a TV program. They are seeing सास भी कभी बहू थी, Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki, maybe enjoying Balika Badhu. So this institution has become weak. No, the rich people in the villages, they enjoy more their family institution, and the poor people are not getting the same type of cooperation from the seniors of the rich people. So that is disappearing. It means in the villages also where a green revolution is a success, this wealth is disappearing from. But the next point which you can add here, just to strengthen the democracy, Britain is the first country, and Hannifin appreciated Britain, that the people of Britain interact in the Hyde Park. Hyde Park is a very big park inside London city, as we have you can say, India Gate. Beautiful area surrounded by so many buildings, and it is lush green, having so many trees. In this corner of this, they call it as Speaker's Corner. In the city of London, on every Sunday, it may be any day, it may be any month or any week, on Sunday people go there. Only those will be going who are having time. But even then there may be a gathering of 2,000, 3,000 people in the Speaker's Corner. And in the Speaker's Corner they have stools of this height, about 2 feet at the most. So there may be 30, 40 speakers delivering their speeches. And the rule of speech is, in a Speaker's Corner, if you go, you can start speaking with a condition that you will not abuse the Queen. Queen is the most sacred institution in that society. You cannot say anything against the Queen. About the Prime Minister of that country, or any Prime Minister or any person of the world, you can abuse in your own language. If you don't find the words in English, you can give Indian Gali. And all people are standing round about. Within 1 meter, people are listening. This is one rule, that you cannot abuse the Queen. Rest you can say vulgar, anything about any words. Secondly, your speech should not be more than 2.5 minutes. The duration they allot, people know it, that the maximum length of his speech is 2.5 hours. 2.5 minutes. In this time you say, and then you have to give the answer of the questions of the audience who listen to you for 2.5 minutes. You have to give the answer of their question. So I remember one incident which I am sharing to you, and you will get more clear idea how the British people are strengthening their democracy. So I remember 1974, I was there for the first time, and I read about this. I thought Sunday is free, let me go to Speaker's Corner. So I got the metro, went to Hyde Park, got down and went to this place. There was a big crowd. So I stay near by the side of a stool where a very senior citizen was speaking, and his name was Alexander. He was in his overcoat and soft hat. A Budha Angrez was speaking, and he was abusing America. That Americans, sorry to say, Americans are bastards. They are exploiters. They are attacking Vietnam. 74 was the period of Vietnam War. And they are hitting a very poor country, shattering their economy. These were the sentences he uttered. Immediately there was a reaction from the side of a Negro of your age group. You are slightly senior. He was around 18 years of age, which I could find. So this fellow, this Negro asked, well, Mr. So-and-so, you are a bore. You are killing our time. You are wasting our time. Because what you are saying, we read in the newspaper, we know what is Vietnam War. Then he said, give me the topic on which I can speak. It was within 1 minute, I can say. So he said, no, I don't want to suggest you a topic because you are such a senile person. You tell me who was your father. This Negro boy is asking the Buddha Angrez, tell me who was your father. This is the tolerance how they develop. And the boy is standing here. This old man said, I'm sorry, my mother is no more in this world because English people are bastards. My mother would have been the right person to reply your question. But Mr. Negro, you also don't know who is your real father. See, यहां कह के देखिए, कुछ भी हो सकता है अपनी सोसाइटी में। कोई वी आर सो इमोशनल, चाहे बहन से प्यार ना हो, देखना ना चाहता हो, लेकिन बहन की किसी को देख के तो देखिए, मर जाएगा या मार देगा, वो नहीं करते। दे डेवलप ए टॉलरेंस अमंग द पीपल फॉर द सर्वाइवल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. So the institution of Speaker's Corner in London, which is continuously working for the last 70-80 years, is just to strengthen democracy, to develop more tolerance and criticism among the people. This is actually the. Looking at this Speaker's Corner, now Speaker's Corner have emerged in New York, Washington DC, Los Angeles, Chicago, Berlin, Rome and Tokyo. They know the utility of this. चूंकि किसी को क्रिटिसिज्म अच्छा नहीं लगता, मैं भी किसी को कह देता हूं कि भाई नंबर कम आए हैं, लेकिन वो सिर्फ इंटेंशन टीचर की होती है कि आप इसको इंप्रूव कीजिए. डेली लाइफ में अगर आप किसी को क्रिटिसाइज करें, नोबडी अप्रिशिएट. और अगर पब्लिकली आपने किसी को क्रिटिसाइज किया तो बिल्कुल नहीं करेगा, फिर आपकी जान लेगा वो. These are not the symptoms of sustaining democracy. ये वो कहना चाहते हैं. That's why other democratic countries like Germany, even in France, you have the Speaker's Corner now. Speaker's Corner have developed in New York, Washington, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Tokyo. I know all these things. So this is just to strengthen social capital. That people should have the tolerance to listen criticism also, and they should not become violent. अगर ये चाहता नीग्रो इसको मार सकता था और ये आदमी इसको मार सकता था, क्योंकि बिल्कुल हैंड शेकिंग डिस्टेंस पे तो खड़े ही रहते हैं, स्टूल के चारों तरफ घेरे रहते हैं. एक पाकिस्तानी में अपने स्टूडेंट को बताया, एक टर्बन वर्बन कूला उला बांध करके वहां माँ बहन की गालियां दे रहा था अंग्रेजों को, एंड इन हिज पंजाबी लैंग्वेज. अंग्रेजी मुझे नहीं लगता था कि उसको आती है, लेकिन टूटी फूटी पंजाबी और मिक्स करके इंग्लिश में उनको खूब गालियां दे रहा है. अंग्रेज ऐसे हैं, ऐसे हैं, वैसे हैं. और ये तो मैं आपके सामने नहीं, वो लिटरली माँ बहन की गालियां दे रहा था. बट द इंग्लिश पीपल आल्सो फॉलो इंडियन गालीज. तो इतने हम लोग वहां है कि हमारी गालियां उन्होंने सुन के याद कर ली. तो एक अंग्रेज आगे बढ़ा, ही वाज अबाउट 40 years of age, और कहने लगा, बुरा ना मानिए मैं एक गाली बोलूंगा. उसने बहन की गाली दी उस अंग्रेज ने इसको, और कहा, बहन और पाकिस्तानी, why don't you go out of this country if you are abusing our people. तो अब देखिए कि इसको क्या जवाब देता है कि एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन लंदन, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ब्रिटेन. वो पंजाबी में कहा, आई एम स्टेइंग हियर सिंपली बिकॉज योर सिस्टर्स आर पेइंग माई एक्सपेंसेस इन दिस कंट्री. अब आप सोचिए ये यहां हो सकता है. वो अंग्रेज भाग गया और ये मुस्कुरा के रह गया. सो दिस इज सोशल कैपिटल. जब आप कहते हैं ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडिकेटर्स लिख करके आप नंबर ले आएंगे, नहीं आएंगे. सोशल कैपिटल डेवलप करने का मकसद है कि डेमोक्रेसी को मजबूत बनाना है, एंड दैट इज पॉसिबल थ्रू सोशल इंटरेक्शन. अगर आप किसी से मिलेंगे ही नहीं तो डेमोक्रेसी नहीं होगी. आप किसी को सुनेंगे नहीं, टॉलरेट नहीं करेंगे. ये बेसिक क्वालिटीज उसने हाईलाइट की है. नंबर 3, थर्ड पॉइंट, दिस इज मैन प्रोवाइडिंग सम स्पेस, development of speakers corner in different big cities. Number 3, group tours of the people of locality. Group tours, people should go together whenever they find time. They should go on outing for a week or 10 days, or this vacation period. One bus or two buses people will be going somewhere to stay together. And when we stay together, we tolerate each other. We tolerate each other. We develop more tolerance, and that promotes social interaction, and social interaction is required for democracy. These are the points which were supposed to be mentioned in this question. लेकिन मुझे दुख हुआ देख करके कि अच्छी कापियों में ये ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडिकेटर्स लिख के चले आए। इसको आप चाहे बढ़ा लीजिए, बट इतना लिखने से आपका काम चल जाएगा। यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट 11-12 मार्क्स ओनली। इसमें कुछ और पूछना है तो बताइए। पूरा इम्फेसिस है सोशल इंटरेक्शन पे, और आपने देखा होगा जो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, जो अमीर लोग हैं, जो धनी लोग हैं, वो किसी से मिलना नहीं चाहते, और वो कहते हैं कि ये फैटल है फॉर डेमोक्रेसी। आप अपनी दुनिया में मस्त हैं, लेकिन वो ठीक है आप रिच हो गए, लेकिन इससे सोसाइटी सर्वाइव नहीं करती। हाँ, आप कुछ कहते पाल? पार्डन? फॉर व्यू, बिल्कुल, यस। यू कैन से डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज आर रिच एज कंपेयर टू डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज। सिंपल मैंने बताया, यू नो द कंट्रीज विच आर मोर डेवलप्ड दे आर पुअर, द कंट्रीज विच आर डेवलपिंग दे आर रिच। एंड गिव द मैप ऑफ somewhere that urban place like Delhi is poor in social capital, the surrounding neighboring areas are rich in social capital. इस तरह आप एक के बजाय दो मैप दे सकते हैं। बहुत सारे मैप्स आपको क्रिएट करने पड़ते हैं, वो किताबों में नहीं होते हर चीज, क्योंकि दिस आइडिया केम फ्रॉम पॉलिटिकल साइंस। ज्योग्राफर्स ने बहुत कम काम इस पे किया है अभी। हाँ, यस, वो तो बनाना ही है आपके लिए, इसीलिए मैंने बनाया है। उसके पॉइंट्स दे सकते हैं, ये कंटिन्यूम का आइडिया नहीं है। वो ग्रेडेशन इन द चेंज ऑफ एटिकेट्स है। लिसन माय सेंटेंस, ग्रेडेशन इन द चेंज ऑफ एटिकेट्स। एक खालिस गांव का गवार आदमी जिसको आप कहते हैं, उसके एटिकेट्स क्या होते हैं, एंड हाईली अर्बनाइज सोफिस्टिकेटेड, जो एक बहुत ही नाजुक मिजाज के लोग होते हैं, वो कैसे होते हैं। ये उन दोनों का है। वो सवाल है तो वो डायग्राम वहां दीजिए, यहां ना दीजिए, लेकिन सम ऑफ द पॉइंट्स आर रेलेवेंट बिकॉज द सोशल कैपिटल इज मोर इन द रूरल स्मॉलर विलेजेस, इट इज लेस इन द बिगर प्लेसेस। ये आप दे सकते हैं। ये मैं क्रिएट किया डायग्राम, मुझे किसी किताब से नहीं मिला है, बट आई अरेंज दिस इज द चेंज इन द एटिकेट्स एंड मैनर्स ऑफ पीपल लिविंग इन स्मॉल एक्सट्रीम्स एंड वेरी बिग सिटीज लाइक मेगा सिटीज। कौन सा क्वेश्चन है? पॉपुलेशन इज सोशल कैपिटल। हाँ, यस, यू कैन गिव, you know the important places, mega cities of India, and they are hinterland. It is more in hinterland as compared to Bombay, Calcutta and Delhi. आप कितना देंगे, थोड़ा सा दे दीजिए, क्योंकि टाइम आपके पास बहुत कम है। एक मैप तो आपने जैसे अभी आया कि कैन वी गिव ए मैप आल्सो। यू नो वेरी वेल द कंट्रीज विच आर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, वेयर ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स इज वेरी हाई, उनको डिमार्केट कीजिए। अब इन रेस्ट ऑफ द एरियाज इट इज दे आर पुअर इन दिस सोशल कैपिटल एंड डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज आर रिच इन सोशल कैपिटल। देन गिव ए मैप ऑफ द यूनियन टेरिटरी ऑफ दिल्ली। यू नो द built up area of Delhi and the surrounding areas. Social capital is more in the surrounding areas as compared to the city of Delhi. इस तरह से दो डायग्राम से काम चल जाएगा जी। देखता हूं, लैंग्वेज इज वन ऑफ द कॉर्नर स्टोर्स। इससे पहले एक सवाल और सुन लीजिए। इनॉर्मस साइज ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज एन एसेट और लाइबिलिटी। रोहित, ये तुम्हारा ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन तो आता है तुमको, इसको नहीं। तो लैंग्वेज इज द कॉर्नर स्टोन ऑफ कल्चर। Actually, you have to read the topic on languages. Before the Neolithic age, people were in nature in the Mesolithic age. and they were interacting with symbols. There was no language. When they started language, that increased the interaction among the people. Number one, then language help in storing the past history or the present history. It helps in communicating the existing scenario with the next generation. So it is the cornerstone for any society. And then proceed further. In the world there are numerous languages and the dialects may be even more. People interact. But there are some important languages which are playing a very vital role in the international affairs of different countries. You have to bring it like that. And day by day, as we are progressing economically, some of the languages are disappearing. And as the languages are disappearing, those cultures are also disappearing. They get mixed up with the modern society or some other societies. So language has been taken as the cornerstone for that. You have to develop on this and read the topic from some book. In my book, it is not in so much detail, but I know one book written by D. Blige. Find Human Geography. By D. Blige. I think in the market 10th edition is available now. Read the language is a cornerstone for culture. You try to download or you try to find this answer for this one. Yes, please. Yes. Question number? Just wait. Aquifers distribution. Aquifers means underground water. And if you know the structure of the peninsular India, the structure of the peninsular India consists mainly of Archean formations, Dharwadian formation, this Gondwana formation, and Deccan lava trap or Cretaceous formation. These are the dominant. Along the coast, we have the Pleistocene deposits. In the valley of rivers, we have some recent deposits. In the Narmada and Tapi valley, we have some sedimentary rocks. This is the general rock structure of the peninsular India. And as a student of geography, you know that igneous rocks are very poor in the percolation of water. Sedimentary rocks are more porous. So water does not percolate in the Archean rocks, does not percolate in the basalt or Deccan lava plateau, and it does not percolate in Dharwad system because they are sedimentary metamorphic rocks. So in that area, the underground water table or aquifers is very poor. Only through some cracks, some water may be going down. Otherwise, the porosity of the igneous rocks is insignificant. Highlight this point and give the map of Dharwad, of the Archean system, then Dharwad system, Kadapa and Vindhyan system, Gondwana land and Deccan lava plateau. This area is very poor so far as the underground water table is concerned. But in between there are many valleys. There are coastal plains also. Konkan coastal plain, Malabar coastal plain, Coromandel coastal plain, and northern Sarkar of Odisha. All these areas are covered by sedimentary rocks. And sedimentary rocks are highly porous. The water percolates downward. All these areas are rich in underground water table or aquifers. After writing this much, give a map and then mention there are isolated areas in the peninsular India where underground water is available in sufficient quantity. For example, the Narmada Valley. the Tapi Valley, and the valleys of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. This is actually the answer of this question. This one topic in your drainage, in my book also, showing the underground water table. The northern India is very rich, Gangetic plain, because we have the perennial rivers there. Secondly, the rocks are permeable, porous, water goes down. So the northern plain of India is very rich so far as the underground water table or aquifer is concerned. But the peninsular India is weak. And secondly, you can highlight that for the last about 30 years, I mean I'm talking 1960s, the farmers have changed the agricultural practices. They are devoting, earlier they were doing cotton, maize and pulses. These were the dominant crops in that area before the Green Revolution. After mid-60s, they went for orchards. Though orange orchards were available in Amravati, Nagpur area, in a small area. But after 1965, they went for grapes, papaya, different types of fruits. And all fruits plus vegetables, they need more water. They need water throughout there. They went for the cultivation of sugar cane also. They went for the cultivation of beta cotton. So all these crops demand or need more water. So the underground water table, which was already not very rich, has depleted significantly. So man is also responsible for pumping out more water in the peninsular India, especially in the old rocks, old formations. These are the reason why the aquifer in the peninsular India is not up to the expectations of the farmers. And if the farmers are growing crops which need more water and the crops fail, they commit suicide. So it was a very simple question based on the underground water table of India as a whole. I excluded the northern plains of India because you know northern plains of India, including the Brahmaputra Valley, are very rich in underground water table. Yes, please. Pardon? वर्नाकुलर आपने उसमें इसको कन्वर्ट कर लिया है लिंग्विस्टिक रीजन से. वर्नाकुलर रीजन इज नॉट लिंग्विस्टिक. हालांकि मैंने नंबर दिए हैं सबको और मैं नंबर दिए हैं, इतने नहीं दिए जितने आप डिजर्व करते हैं. इट हैज ए डिफरेंट कंसेप्ट. Vernacular region is based on the perception of people of a region. Language is important, but there is some perception of the people who recognize there is a change in the dialect of the people. When they say Shekhawati or Ahirwati or Bridge, you can say these are the linguistic region. But within a linguistic region, the people say, oh, he is from Ahirwati. He is from Shekhawati. These are the vernacular regions. People say Malwa. People may say some other technical words also. So in a region of this type, the lifestyle of the people is slightly different. The accent of the people is different. The vocabulary also varies. And the occupation may also be different. When you say Bagad, there is a word Bagadi, Bagad, Chittorgarh side, or Bhilwadi. So they are the actually regions of this type. Not taking the Hindi belt or the Marathi belt or the Gujarati belt or Kashmiri belt or Bengali belt. Within these linguistic regions, there are meso regions and micro regions. They are the vernacular regions. अर्बनिज्म का आप लोगों ने काफ़ी सत्यानाश किया है, लेकिन कुछ के आंसर बड़े अच्छे थे. मैं पढ़ता हूँ, हालांकि प्रेशर बहुत होता है. कुछ बच्चे तो काफ़ी बिल्कुल 11th आवर पे देते हैं कि सब चेक करके लाइए, और मैं चेक कर भी देता हूँ, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन अर्बनाइजेशन एंड अर्बनिज्म. जिसने अर्बनिज्म लिखा है उसको नंबर अच्छे मिले हैं. तो इसके मैं कुछ पॉइंट्स आपको डिक्टेट करूंगा। अर्बनिज्म इज ए चेंज इन द लाइफ स्टाइल। अर्बनाइजेशन मीन्स इंक्रीज इन द नंबर ऑफ पीपल। इसके कुछ पॉइंट्स लिख लीजिए। कौन सा? मे आई नो द क्वेश्चन नंबर प्लीज। जस्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 5C। इसके थोड़े सेंटेंस लिख लीजिए आप फॉर यू। अर्बनिज्म मीन्स urban way of life, comma, associated with the declining sense of community. Stop. Urbanism improve the etiquettes and manners and sophistication in daily life. This is urbanism. जब कहते हैं ना कि भाई ये बच्चा बड़ा कल्चर्ड है, वो कल्चर्ड हम कहाँ से जज कर रहे हैं कि उसकी अर्बन बैकग्राउंड, उसके मैनर्स, उसका स्टाइल, उसका उठना बैठना वो कैसा है, उससे तय करते हैं। लेकिन इसके कुछ एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं अर्बनिज्म के। गिव ए हेडिंग, एट्रीब्यूट्स ऑफ अर्बनाइजेशन। यस, नहीं, बट इट इज सेइंग, ये सेंटेंस पूरा पढ़िए। नहीं, मैनर्स, इफ यू टेक द मैनर्स ऑफ ए अर्बन पर्सन, इफ यू अप्रूव दे आर द स्टैंडर्ड मैनर्स, then you can say the rural people's manners are vulgar, backward और गंवार। यही तो कहेंगे आप। Here there is an improvement in the style of conversation. आप स्टाइल से बात करते हैं, टेढ़ी गर्दन करते हैं, किसी को जवाब देते हैं, कंधे हिला के देते हैं, ये एटिकेट्स में चेंज आता है। गांव का आदमी सिंपल लैंग्वेज, माँ बहन की गाली दे के बात करता है, प्यार से करता है। उसका प्यार छुपा हुआ है, गाली में भी प्यार है। यहां गाली दे के देखिए, आपको लेने के देने पड़ जाएंगे। तो ये मैनर्स की बात है कि यू आर सेइंग समथिंग हार्श आल्सो इन ए वेरी सोफिस्टिकेटेड मैनर। तो ये कहते हैं कि ये लोग ज्यादा कल्चर्ड है। ये है मैनर्स में डिफरेंस है अर्बनिज्म में। नाउ नोट डाउन द एट्रीब्यूट्स ऑफ अर्बनिज्म। एट्रीब्यूट्स ऑफ अर्बनिज्म। नंबर 1, चेंज इन एटिकेट्स एंड मैनर्स। नंबर 2, इसको एक्सपेंड कर सकते हैं आप। नंबर 2, चेंज इन ड्रेसेस एंड फूड हैबिट्स। देखिए, गांव का आदमी जो है उसके पास जैसे कपड़े होते पहन के चला जाता है। शादी ब्याह हो, ठीक है, साफ होने चाहिए, धुले हुए। उसके माइंड में ये होता है कि कपड़े धुले हुए होने चाहिए, नए जरूरी नहीं कि नए हो। गांव का आदमी ऐसे सोचता है। शहर का जो हाईली पॉलिश्ड आदमी है वो हर दिन तो कहीं ना कहीं जाता है, उसकी इतनी मसरूफियात होती है, फिर उसी कपड़े में दोबारा नहीं जाता। कहने कोई क्या सोचेगा, इसके पास बहुत ही कम कपड़े हैं, बार बार उसी कपड़े में नजर आता है। लड़कियां तो बिल्कुल नहीं करेंगे। और लड़कियां ये भी ख्याल रखती हैं कि विंटर सीजन में अगर मैरिज पार्टी में जा रहे हैं तो शाल वाल ना लेके जाइए, कांपते रहिए, साड़ी में जाना है। ये एटिकेट्स की बात है। अगर शाल ओढ़ के गए तो गंवार है, शादी में शाल ओढ़ के आइए, ये एटिकेट्स है। गांव का है, हो सकता है चादर लपेट के आए, उसको सर्दी से बचना है। ये है चेंज इन एक्चुअली। और अगर अर्बन लड़के के पास अपना ड्रेस नहीं है तो रूम पार्टनर को पहन के जाएगा। उसको कहीं लाइन मारनी है, उसको कहीं कुछ करना है, तो वो नए कपड़ों में इंप्रेस करना चाहता है जाकर के। ये एटिकेट्स की बात है, चेंज हो जाता है। वो गांव का सीधा साधा लड़का जो यहाँ आता है उसे बिगड़ने में देर नहीं लगती है। बॉयज मेक्स बॉय, तो ये इसकी सिर्फ कपड़े ही नहीं बदलते, फूड हैबिट्स बदलने लगती है।